Avatar The Last Airbender is an American animated television series that aired from 2005 to 2008. Growing up, I have seen promo arts and a few YouTube recommendations for this show. I was interested in giving it a shot, but never came through with it until this year, 2020. Prior to watching this show, my only source for my bare bones knowledge of Avatar was from the PSP game I had. After watching the show, I realized the game wasn't even accurate. But enough about my history with Avatar. Let's talk about the show itself. The show tells an epic tale of Aang with his friends Katara and Sokka, his Sky Bison Appa, and Momo his lemur, on their quest to defeat the Fire Lord. On the surface, it sounds like your everyday chosen one story with lack of stakes and suspense. And although Aang is a very powerful bender and even has the tattoos of an airbending master, he is a flawed character. Aang can't properly gauge his priorities. Instead of finding a waterbending teacher, he'd rather have fun and goof around. But throughout the series, we can see growth in his character. He realized that every minute he spends having fun have major consequences. Aang is pretty much what you would expect if a young boy is unwilling to accept his responsibility in keeping balance to the world. I really loved watching the show because it hardly has any filler. The only filler this show had was the Ember Island players, and the whole episode was a recap. Every episode bears a significance to the bigger story or an impact in the character's growth. Avatar The Last Airbender might not be as symbolic in showing real-world problems than some cartoons, but it is not afraid to present these problems to children's faces. These problems include sexism, loss, the dangers of man's hubris, and many more. Incorporating these problems to their world and how they affect people's lives can easily show the viewers and make them realize that this is happening. We can or should stop this. By doing so, it also adds depth to the entire world of Avatar The Last Airbender, making it believable and human. Now let's talk about the fight scenes. This show has the best fight choreography I have ever seen. A clash between benders can be compared to a dance recital. The benders' movements also reflect the elements they are bending. Water benders mimicking the flow and grace of water, earth benders with their crushing stable and tense stances, fire benders with their energetic moves, and the airbenders with their swift and freeform movements. Another great thing about this show are the proverbs provided to us by the wise Uncle Iroh. One quote that stuck out to me was about destiny and how you'd have to have an open mind and heart in order for you to find your own destiny.
Destiny is a funny thing. You never know how things are going to work out, but if you keep an open mind and an open heart, I promise you will find your own destiny someday.
I was never really the type to grasp opportunities and never utilize my talents. After hearing this, I have tried to keep an open mind and heart as much as possible. This is a reason why this show is great for children. Every episode is not only a learning experiences for the characters, but the viewers as well. Overall, I highly recommend this show to all, especially children. Simple stories with three-dimensional characters that grow in every episode. An amazing soundtrack, masterful fight choreography, Uncle Iroh's wisdom. This show is an experience to watch, and I hope you, the viewer, will consider watching this masterpiece. But most of all, we have Ty Lee.